Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino, you and me, together again at last. People, sit back and relax. It is Friday, March 4th, 2022. Here's the situation. Well, first of all, it appears that we got some really incredibly good economic news. As a matter of fact, it's so good that the unemployment rate dropped and we added a whole bunch of jobs. How about no? Okay, whatever. It's all propaganda. You know that. But it does appear that this war, Russia-Ukraine, is escalating. And there is fear. There is fear and there's already chatter that this may go beyond Ukraine. So there's a lot of pawns being moved around, NATO, more troops, more money, more weapons, whatever you can imagine, it's happening right now. On the back of that, stock futures are lower across the board. Crude oil continues to rip higher. People, commodities are they've gone nuts. They've gone straight up. Some kind of a melt-up situation here with commodities. So for those of you that got in on that ETF I told you about, PDBC, well, I'm laughing, but I shouldn't. You're doing pretty damn good. Oil and gas producers as well. People, look, that's the situation. You know that defense contractors taking off. All the things that you would expect to happen are in this kind of an environment. All right, so as I said, you got commodities and crude oil taking off. You got stock futures lower. You got the 10-year yield, a significant drop from yesterday. And you got a markedly higher dollar. It's clear to me what we're seeing here. Safety trade, possible fear trade. That's what it looks like to me. But we'll see what they pull off here. It's kind of like in our face, honestly. Cryptocurrencies remain under some pressure after the comment yesterday from Powell, from Yellowstone It Thing, Powell, about regulation on it. We must regulate cryptocurrencies because we want every single one of you slaves out here to stay in the dollar. Yeah, that's what we want. You can't circumvent our system. We own it, and you will abide by the rules. That's pretty much what they're saying here. But again, with regard to regulation, people, we've been hearing this for years. Years! And we haven't really seen anything yet. You have to understand something, too, when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Wall Street already has their hands on this. And this was really something I hoped would not happen. But it has happened. And, regardless of that, it's still one of the places to be, in my opinion, because we realize, at least I do, how it's going to play out when the debt market implodes. Because what are they doing right now, people? What is this really all about? Feeding the debt bubble. You know that. Billions, tens of billions, and probably in the trillions of dollars. No, definitely in the trillions of dollars are going to be thrown at this new Cold War, this new global arms race, arms deals flying all over the place, and that's going to hyperinflate the debt bubble. And that eventually is going to play out to a much higher stock market. So just remain steadfast, people. We're not going to change. We're going to continue to bet against the debt, become our own central bank, hold hard assets, especially physical silver, yes, cryptocurrencies as well. Look for opportunities to buy this market, get long, like I said recently here, commodities, ETF, PDBC, oil and gas companies. If you are so inclined, you could do defense contractors. For the longer run here, I'm still buying the banks. My Lions realize this and they know why I'm doing it. Okay. I'm not trading. I am trading these things, but I'm not buying calls. I am selling puts. You all know how I play this game. Selling puts against my positions. I'm pulling premium. That's my thing. Anyway, so the situation is what it is right now. Massive. It looks like a pretty substantial safety trade right now. We'll see how this plays out today. It looks like the market will drop at the open. Oh, we got some great economic news. Sure, we did. Yesterday was interesting. We had a rally on Wall Street. Dow was up around 300 points. And then the ghoul of the Fed comes out and she's explaining, oh, yeah, the Fed, we really do care about. We're concerned. we're really concerned about inflation, so we're going to be raising rates aggressively. It's a lie. It's all a lie, and it won't make a difference anyway. I can't believe people are buying it. Just like transitory. How many people bought that lie? Oh, yeah, inflation is going to be transitory. Let me ask you yet again, because I'm still waiting for an answer. When do you think the Federal Reserve will be held to account? When? When will they be held to answer for the lies, the repeated lies and lies and lies? And again, what are they doing? What did Fed Chair Powell do yesterday? He's pointing at the war for inflation. He's pointing at energy prices for inflation. Meanwhile, he continues to inflate. They continue to buy assets literally like there's no tomorrow here. I mean, think about it. All we're hearing about lately is hyper ballooning real estate prices. It's the Fed. They're buying mortgage-backed securities, providing artificial demand for a market that's gone crazy. Does that make sense to you? Of course it does if you understand what's going on here, what they're actually doing. They are going out of their way to create massive inflation. So when you hear the ghoul of the Fed or any other freak from the Fed try to tell you or convince you that they're really concerned about inflation, they're laughing in your face. They're making a mockery of you and a mockery of me. But you see, we can see right through the bullshit, all of it. With regard to this energy issue, people, we are really at only the beginning stages of a massive, major energy crisis, which will be prolonged, just like this war here. If they have to expand this war beyond Ukraine just to keep the crisis going, they absolutely will. And I think some of those fears are not unfounded. It certainly may go beyond Ukraine. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out moving forward. We will continue to do what we've been doing. We're not going to change a damn thing. Make sense to you? All right, so that's where we stand, people. Let's, again, keep our eyes on this. Watch that 10-year yield. It's down substantially right now with that dollar up. Clear safety trade. Clear safety trade to me. And whenever you see a safety trade and a fear trade, I'm going to say it again, people. These are opportunities for those of us that want to buy companies that we want to hold for the longer run. If you own company XYZ at this price, when you see a safety trade, fear trade, and you can possibly buy it lower, should be a no-brainer. And that's exactly what I will continue to do. And taking advantage of everything else that comes our way, people. Energy, crude oil, the energy sector ETF too, XLE. Me and my Lions made a lot of money off this recently. This trade is it's pretty good. Well, it's not really a trade. You're buying the ETF. You could also decide to trade it if you wanted to. I mean, there's so many ways to capitalize on everything, and you all know that. Anyway. All right, people, that's it. Let's just watch the freak show. What more can I tell you? I'll see you later.